Rat, written by Selma Lagerlof. Are you all ready to listen to the story? If you are ready, let's begin. One dark evening, as he was strolling along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside, and he knocked on the door to ask shelter for the night. Nor was he refused. Instead of the soft faces which ordinarily met him, the owner, who was an old man without wife or child, was happy to get someone to talk to in his loneliness. Immediately he put the pot on the fire and gave him supper. Then he carved off such a big slice from his tobacco roll that it was enough for both the stranger's pipe and his own. Finally he got out an old pack of cards and played jollies with his guests until bedtime. The old man was just as generous with his confidences as with his pottage and tobacco. The guest was informed at once that in his days of prosperity, his host had been a crofter at Ramjo Ironworks and had worked on the land. Now that he was no longer able to do day labor, it was his cow which supported him. Yes, that Bosie was extraordinary. She could give milk for the creamery every day. And last month, he had received all of the 30 kroner in payment. In the last class, we discussed that the rat trap seller compared the world into a rat trap. And he says, the world keeps a lot of bait for the people to attract them towards it, and whoever runs behind it will be trapped soon. Okay? This we discussed in the last class. Now we are gonna begin our lesson. One dark evening, the rat trap seller, he was walking through the road. Okay, he was walking along the road, and it was a winter day. Winter means usually we know that it gets dark soon. Okay, in the evening itself it gets dark. Okay, so that was a winter evening, and he was walking along the road. And he knows that soon it become dark. So what he did, he just wanted to get a shelter for that night. He doesn't have his own home. So what he did, he just wanted to get a shelter. For that, he searched for the shelter to get rest in that night. When he was searching, he saw that a grey cottage in front of him. Cottage means it's a small hut. Okay, so he just saw that a grey cottage in front of him. He went near to it and knocked on the door of the cottage. And normally, when he was knocking, he knows that people never receive him. Okay, happily, people never receive him. Why? Because of his shabby appearance and strange look. So, with that same thought, he just knocked on the door. Okay, so he knows that sure he is not going to get the warm welcome. When he knocked at the door, the person opened the door. The house owner opened the door, and he was an old man. He doesn't have a wife or child. Okay, so the rat trap seller asked the old man to get a shelter that night. Okay, for him. The old man was very happy. Very happily, he just received this stranger or rat trap seller inside. Why, Because the old man was alone in that house, so he thought that he is going to get a company that night. Okay, so he accepted him inside. And even our rat trap seller also was surprised to get such a welcome from someone. Okay, for the first time he got such a welcome. So rat trap seller got inside the cottage. And our old man is a host now. Our rat trap seller is a guest, and our old man is a host. So obviously the old man wants to give something to him for eating. Okay. So what the old man did, he just put the porridge pot on the stove. Means that porridge means soup. Okay. He started preparing soup for the rat trap seller. And not only soup, he took a piece of or slice of tobacco, and they just both wanted to smoke. Okay. In the pipe he used to fill these tobacco slices usually. Okay, so same like that way, the old man kept the tobacco slices into the pipe. Okay, and he kept the porridge pot, means the soup pot also, and he started preparing soup for our rat trap seller. And he prepared the supper. Both the old man and rat trap seller had their food, and even they enjoyed the tobacco. Okay. After In Sweden, it's familiar, it's popular game only. By using the cards, people used to play Jallis. Okay. So, old man kept the cards and they both started playing. And our rat seller came to know that this old man was very generous, very kind towards him. Okay, that's why he gave him food and even tobacco. After that, he started playing games and all. Okay, our rat seller came to know that this old man was really generous. And while playing, the old man got confidence over our rat trap seller. So, old man started speaking about himself, his personal things to the rat trap seller. He says, the old man says that when he was young, he just used to go for work on the land. Crofter means that he just owned a land and every day he used to go to his own land and work from morning till evening because that time he was very young and strong enough. So he used to work on the land. But now he became very old. He is not able to go for work. So what he did, he just got a cow. And early morning he used to milk the cow and sell it in the market for getting his livelihood. Okay, this was his way. And now he says that in the last month he just milked the cow and salt the milk and cream in the market, and he was able to earn 30 kroner. Okay, kroner means is a Swedish money. Okay, he was able to get, which was a big amount. Okay, so he was able to get 30 kroner. Like that, he just revealed this to the rat trap seller while playing Jallis. The stranger must have seemed incredulous. For the old man got up and went to the window, took down a leather pouch which hung on the nail and the very window frame, and picked out 3 wrinkled 10 kroner bills. These he held up before the eyes of his guest, nodding knowingly, and then stuffed them back into the pouch. The next day, both men got up, and good season, the crofter was in a hurry to milk his cow, and the other man probably thought he should not stay in bed when the head of the house had gotten up. They left the cottage at the same time. The crofter locked the door and put the key in his pocket. The man with the rat traps said goodbye and thank you, and thereupon each went his own way. But half an hour later, the rat trap peddler stood again before the door. He did not try to get in. However, he only went up to the window, smashed a pane, stuck in his hand, and got hold of the pouch with the 30 kroner. He took the money and thrust it into his own pocket. Then he hung the leather pouch very carefully back in its place and went away. When the old man said he just earned 30 kroner last month, our rat trap seller did not believe this. Okay, it was really unbelievable for him. So, old man came to know that he did not believe it. So, what he did, old man went near to the window and took a pouch which was hanging near the window. Okay, on a nail which was hanging, and then he took that pouch and opened the pouch and took that 30 kroner, and in front of our rat trap seller, he just counted that money and then again put that money inside the pouch and kept it back near the window. Okay. Now the rat trap seller came to know that the 30 kroner he just kept near the window. Okay. So after that, what happened? It became late night and both went for sleep. Early morning, next day, early morning, the old man woke up and he wanted to milk his cow. Okay. So rat trap seller came to know that it's not good for staying there. Okay, why? Because the owner of the house had gotten up and he is going for work. Okay, so he cannot stay there. That he came to know. So along with our old man, even rat trap seller also came out of the cottage, and both just came out, and then our rat trap seller waved bye bye to the old man and said thank you also for the nice hospitality. Okay, and both went different ways. Okay, the old man is going for milking his cow, and then rat trap seller ran on his own way. Okay, but what happened? After half an hour, our rat trap seller returned back to that same cottage. He did not came near in front of the door. Instead, he went near the window and smashed the window pane and took that pouch out. Okay, and opened the pouch, took the 30 kroner and kept the money in his own pocket and kept the pouch as before. Okay, same like way he kept it. He hanged the pouch there in the same place and just cleared the place. As he walked along with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with his smartness. He realized, of course, that at first he dare not continue on the public highway, but must turn off the road into the woods. During first hours, this caused him no difficulty. Later in the day, it became worse, for it was a big and confusing forest which he had gotten into. He tried to be sure to walk in a different direction, but the paths twisted back and forth so strangely. He walked and walked without coming to the end of the wood, and finally he realized that he had only been walking around in the same part of the forest. All at once he recalled his thoughts about the world and the rat trap. Now his own turn had come. He had let himself be fooled by a bait and had been caught. The whole forest, with its trunks and branches, its thickets and fallen logs, closed in upon him like an impenetrable prison from which he could never escape. It was late in December. Darkness was already descending over the forest. This increased the danger and increased also his gloom and despair. Finally, he saw no way out and he sank down on the ground, tired to death, thinking that his last moment had come. But just as he laid his head on the ground, he heard a sound, a hard, regular thumping. There was no doubt as to what that was. He raised himself. Those are the hammer strokes from an iron mill. He thought there must be people near from an iron mill. He thought there must be people nearby. He summoned all his strength, got up and staggered in the direction of the sound. In our introduction, I told you a rat trap seller, he used to do petty thieveries to keep his body and soul together. Means that he used to steal things or money wherever he goes. Same thing he did here, okay, and he took that money out of the pouch and kept in his pocket. While walking with the money in his pocket, he felt quite pleased with his smartness, okay. He thought himself as a smart guy because he was able to keep the money in his pocket. And he started walking along the highway, but immediately he realized that highway is not safe for him because the stolen money is in his pocket. The highway police patrolling will be there in the highway, so which is not safe for him. Then what he decided, he decided to change the direction. He chose the forest way to go somewhere, okay? And he started moving through forest. During the first hours, he was very safe. He was able to find the way and he moved forward, okay? The first hours, it was safe and he was able to manage the way. But after some time, he realized that the forest is big, confusing, okay? Means that the forest was big, confusing. Means it's a big forest and he lost his way, okay? And he was not able to move forward. And he realized that however he goes, every time he just came to the same place. Understood? Means that he was just rounding that same place itself. He lost the direction where to go. And he made himself to make the direction in a proper way, but unable to find the direction. And now he just realized that now his turn had come, okay? What was that turn? In the beginning, he compared the world with rat trap, okay? Now that same trap came to him, okay? Because he was attracted towards the bait. What was the bait? It was that 30 kroner. He was attracted towards that bait and he kept that bait in his pocket. Now he came through the forest way and got trapped. Okay, so the world kept the bait for him, which was that 30 kroner. Now he also became trapped like that way. He came to know. Okay, and he lost all the hope. He came to know that he lost the way and it's getting dark. Sure, he won't be able to go out of the forest because the forest was big confusion. Okay, so he was not able to find the proper way. So what he did, he lost the hope and he just wanted to lay down on the ground. and he decided that his end comes. Okay, he's going to die because it's a forest. You know that wild beasts would be there, and if he alone would spend that night there in the forest, sure the wild beast would kill him. Okay, so he came to know that he's going to face his end. Okay, so he kept his head on the floor. He wanted to lay down. So immediately one thing happened. When he wanted to lay down, he put his head on the ground. Immediately he heard a sound. Okay, and he was quite surprised to hear the sound. What was it? No, he just realized the sound, okay, which was the sound from a hammer, the hammer struck on the iron bar, okay. You know that if we just struck or beat on the iron bar with hammer, the sound it produced, you know the sound, okay. So he could hear the sound, which was the hammer sound, which was striking on the iron bar, okay. So he came to know that, and immediately he realized that something nearby that an iron mill or people used to work there or something. He came to know that because only people can make such sounds, okay, with the hammer. So nearby the place, sure he could find people somewhere. Like that way he came to the conclusion, and he just gathered all the strength and started moving towards the direction where he heard the sound. The Rancho ironworks, which are now closed down, were not so long ago a large plant with smelter, rolling mill and forge. In the summertime, long lines of heavily loaded barges and scows slid down the canal, which led to a large inland lake. And in the winter time, the roads near the mill were black from all the coal gas which sifted down from the big charcoal cracks. During one of the long dark evenings just before Christmas, the master smith and his helper sat in the dark forge near the furnace waiting for the pig iron, which had been put in the fire to be ready to put on the anvil. Every now and then one of them got up to stir the glowing mass with a long iron bar, returning in a few moments. Dripping with perspiration though, as was the custom, he wore nothing but a long shirt and a pair of wooden shoes. All the time there were many sounds to be heard in the forge. The big bellows groaned and the burning coal cracked. The fire bar shoveled charcoal into the mat of furnace with a great deal of clatter. Outside roared the waterfall, and a sharp north wind whipped the rain against the brick-tiled roof. Rat Trap Seller heard the sound of the hammer. Okay, so he gathered all the strength and started moving towards that direction. Okay. The peddler reached in front of an iron mill. Another name for the rat trap seller is peddler. Okay, so he reached in front of an iron mill, which is Ramoji Iron Works. Okay, and long before it's closed, only a part is working there. So he reached in front of the gate of that iron mill and looked inside. Okay, so he could see two persons working there. I told you it's a winter season and winter evening. It's getting dark soon, but then also that late night, two persons they were working there inside the mill. Okay, one was the master smith and the other one was the helper, was a boy. These two persons they were just working there. They were shaping the iron bars. Okay, they were shaping iron to make different things. Okay, so late night they were working. Why? You know, because the next day it's Christmas, so before Christmas they just wanted to complete all the work. So you know, in summer season boats used to come through the canal, through the forest way, and keep the loads there. Okay, means you know that if we want to run an iron mill, we need different items. Okay, so everything comes through boat and which comes through the canal, and then unload the things there in the iron mill. And winter season, the roads, we could see the dust, okay, black charcoal dust everywhere. Anyhow, now right trap seller, he reached in front of the gate and he could saw two persons, they were working inside the mill. Okay, one was the master smith, the other one is a helper. Okay, so they were working there inside. And that time he could hear a lot of sounds, different sounds. Okay, our rat trap seller felt a lot of sounds, different sounds. What are they? So he just could hear the hammer strokes of the iron bars, and the second one, the bellow groan. Okay, that means that bellow means you know that while just lighting the fire, we could hear the groaning roaring sound. Okay, that sound he could hear. And not only that, whenever they just make different things, they used to beat the hammer on the iron bar. Okay, that sound also he could hear. And this boy, the helper, used to put the charcoal on the fire, and that time also he could just hear the cracking sound of the charcoal. Okay, and not only that, of course it's a forest, he could hear the sound of waterfalls, and not only that, north wind was blowing and also it was raining. Okay, and the raindrops touches the roofs of the mill and he could hear this sound also. So different sounds he could hear. Understood? It was probably on account of all this noise that the blacksmith did not notice that a man had opened the gate and entered the forge. Until he stood close up to the furnace. Surely it was nothing unusual for poor vagabonds without any better shelter for the night to be attracted to the forge by the glow of light which escaped through the sooty panes, and to come and to warm themselves in front of the fire. The blacksmith glanced only casually and indifferently at the intruder. He looked the way people of his type usually did, with a long beard, dirty, ragged, and with a bunch of rat traps dangling on his chest. He asked permission to stay, and the master blacksmith nodded a hearty consent without honoring him with a single word. The tramp did not say anything either. He had not come there to talk but only to warm himself and sleep. So our peddler, who's the peddler? Our rat trap seller, another name for him. Okay. So the peddler opened the gate and started moving towards the iron mill. Okay. He opened the gate and just started moving inside. But this master smith or his helper, they did not notice him because they were busy in their work. Our rat trap seller reached near them. That time, our blacksmith, he came to know that a person came inside, okay, but he did not give that much importance to our rat trap seller. Why? Because normally the people who ever crossed the forest used to come to the iron mill for getting warmer near the furnace or for shelter. So that normally happens. So same like that, the blacksmith made his mind that this person also came for this only, either for getting warmer during winter season or for getting shelter. So he did not ask anything, simply he sat there, our master smith. But he looked at the rat trap seller and came to know that the rat trap seller's strange appearance, okay, with a long beard, a shabby appearance, strange and dirty clothes, okay, and not only that, a bunch of traps were hanging on his chest, okay, so really a strange look, okay, that he noticed. Who noticed? Our master smith. And at that time, the rat trap seller asked him to get the shelter for that night. So blacksmith just nodded his head, okay, he did not speak a single word, instead he just nodded his head. Why? Because normally people comes like this, okay, so he just nodded his head. Now our rat trap seller kept all his traps near somewhere and he just prepared for sleep. In those days, the Ramjo animal was owned by a very prominent ironmaster whose greatest ambition was to ship out good iron to the market. He watched both night and day to see that the work was done as well as possible. And at this very moment, he came into the forge on one of his nightly rounds of inspection. Naturally, the first thing he saw was the tall ragamuffin who had eased his way so close to the furnace that steam rose from his wet rags. The ironmaster did not follow the example of the blacksmith who had hardly deigned to look at the stranger. He walked close up to him, looked him over very carefully, then tore off his slouch hat to get a better view of his face. But of course, it's you, Nils Olof, he said. How you do look. The man with the traps had never before seen the ironmaster as Ramjo and did not even know what his name was. But it occurred to him that if the fine gentleman thought he was an old acquaintance, he might perhaps throw him a couple of kroner. Therefore, he did not want to undeceive him all at once. Yes, good God knows things have gone downhill with me, he said. In those days, Ramjo Iron Mill was owned by a prominent ironmaster whose ambition was to export good iron to the market. For this, he runs this iron mill. So, every day, you know that he used to come for observation every night. Clear? And that day too, he came for his nightly observation to that iron mill. And he came night for observation. He opened the gate and went inside the mill. And that time, the master he was just busy in his works. He did not speak anything to him. But immediately he saw that a stranger was just lying down. So our ironmaster went near to the stranger. So that time our rat trap seller kept the hat on his face because he is about to sleep. He did not want to get any disturbance. For that purpose, he kept the hat on his face. Now our ironmaster went near to him and looked at him closely and removed the hat. And immediately he just made the sound, the ironmaster, "Oh Neil Olof, it's you." Like that way he just called the rat trap seller. Okay. And he thought rat trap seller as one of his acquaintance. Acquaintance means one of his friend. Okay. And his name is Neil Olof. So by mistake he just thought that our rat trap seller was his friend Neil Olof. Then what happened? The rat trap seller woke up and looked at the iron master. And really our rat trap seller had never been seen him in his lifetime. Understood for the first time. But rat trap seller did not correct that I am not Neil Olof. Okay, why? Because he thought that the iron master would see his shabby appearance and strange look and sometimes would be given money to him. Okay, some prono or something he would be getting, like that way he expected. That's why he did not correct that he is not Neil Olof. Okay. And then our rat trap seller simply said that God knows things went downhill to me. Okay, means that the things happened like this and I am like now I am in this condition like this, like that way he just said. Okay, and he did not correct that he was not Neil Olof. "You should not have resigned from the regiment," said the ironmaster. "That was the mistake. If only I had still been in the service at that time. It never would have happened. Well, now of course you will come home with me. To go along up to the manor house and be received by the honor like an old regimental comrade." That, however, did not please the tramp. "No, I couldn't think of it," he said, looking quite alarmed. He thought of the 30 krona to go up to the manor house would be like throwing himself voluntarily into the lion's den. He only wanted a chance to sleep here in the forge and then sneak away as inconspicuously as possible. The ironmaster assumed that he felt embarrassed because of his miserable clothing. "Please don't think that I have such a fine home that you cannot show yourself there," he said. "Elizabeth is dead, as you may already have heard. My boys are abroad and others is no one at home except my oldest daughter and myself. We were just saying that it was too bad we didn't have any company for his Christmas. Now come along with me and help us make the Christmas food disappear a little faster." The ironmaster said that you should not have resigned from the regiment. Regiment means army. Okay, so listen carefully. The ironmaster said like this to our rat trap seller. I told you already. The ironmaster thought our rat trap seller as one of his friend. Okay, and our ironmaster he is a retired army officer. So he said now what he said. You should not have resigned from the regiment, army. Okay, like that way he just spoke to the rat trap seller. Okay, and then he added that, the ironmaster added that, if I had been there still, means I was there still working, okay, sure, this would never happen to you. You would never resign from that job. Okay, like that way he just spoke to him. Anyhow, things happen. What happened? Okay, leave it, no problem. Now you must come home with me. Like that way, our ironmaster invited the rat trap seller. Okay, so he invited rat trap seller to his own home. Okay, still he considered him as one of his old friends. So he called him, he invited him to his home. But our rat trap seller, he knows that, okay, anyhow, he is an army officer, regiment and all. He came to know that he is an army officer. So a big house would be there, and with this strange appearance and all, he could not go there. So he just refused with that invitation. He said that, no, I am not thinking of that. I don't want to come to your home. Only for today, I wanted to get a shelter. So here it's enough for me. Like that way he said. At the same time, one more thought is also there in our Rattrapseller's mind. What is it? Okay, the pocket. In the pocket, he kept 30 kroner, which doesn't belong to him. Okay, and now if he accepts the invitation and go along with this army officer or the iron master, deliberately he is throwing himself into the lion's den. Means that he is going to put his head in the lion's den. Why? Because he is an army officer. If the officer comes to know that he is a thief, okay, sure, he would be in trouble. So our Rattrapseller just denied the invitation given by the iron master. Okay, so iron master came to know that he is not ready to come to his home. Okay, so iron master said that you don't worry about your strange appearance. Okay, you just wore the shabby dress, okay, or rags and all, and doesn't matter. You come home. Anyhow, you know that you might have heard Elizabeth is dead. Elizabeth is Iron Master's wife. Okay, so you might have heard that my wife is dead, and even I have two sons. They both are there in abroad, and only me and my oldest daughter. We just stay in this home, and even we both complained that each other that we don't have any guests to celebrate Christmas. Okay, Christmas is very near and we don't have any guests to celebrate Christmas. Now I am very happy to invite you. You just come home with me and disappear our Christmas food little faster. Okay, means that you can just enjoy Christmas with us and we'll be giving delicious food. So you just don't worry about your shabby appearance. You must come home with me. Like that way he just invited our Rattrapseller, and still I just want to tell you, he considered Rattrapseller as one of his old friend in the regiment or army, and his name is Niels Olof. Okay. But the stranger said no, and again no, and the Iron Master saw that he must give in. It looks as though Captain Wonsdale preferred to stay with you tonight. Sturgeonism, he said to the master blacksmith, and turned on his heel. But he laughed to himself as he went away, and the blacksmith, who knew him, understood very well that he had not said his last word. He invited our Rattrapseller, who invited the Iron Master, okay? But the stranger or Rattrapseller said no, no, again no. Means that he refused strongly that invitation. Okay. Now our Iron Master must give in. Okay. He wanted to give up the idea of inviting him. And Iron Master turns towards the blacksmith who was working there and said that Captain Wonsdale wanted to stay today with you. Means that Neil Olof, before he called our Rattrapseller as Neil Olof, and that Neil Olof's army name was Captain Wonsdale. Okay, so that's why our Iron Master just said that Captain Wonsdale wanted to stay with you, blacksmith, today night. Okay, that's why he just refused my invitation. Like that way he said, and the Iron Master turns towards the gate. Means that he is about to move to his home. But our blacksmith or mastersmith, he clearly knows about the captain's character. Okay, he will never give up. If he decides one thing, he would just work hard to get it. Okay, so now the Iron Master just started moving to his home. Blacksmith thought that immediately something is going to happen. Okay, if he wished that he wanted to have this captain or our Rattrapseller to home, immediately he will do something to get this person to his home. Okay, that is his nature. But now see, he simply just went towards his home. Like that way the blacksmith realized. Okay, then what happened? Do you want to know that? Our Rattrapseller, whether he had gone to Iron Master's home and celebrated Christmas with them? Do you want to know? Wait. I'll continue the lesson in the next class. Be safe until we meet again. Thank you for being with me.